It may have been a friendly, but there's not many friendly faces in the Scotland camp left for Steve Clarke. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. A lot of the Scotland fans, I think, upset with Clarke, probably had enough of Clarke, ready for Clarke to go. He may have bought himself another game, another day, with this 4-0 win over Liechtenstein, but by no means is it giving him any credit. It's not putting him any money in the bank. It might be just delaying the inedible, to be honest. So we'll see what happens, but here's the fans react.
I didn't really get to give my thoughts on the game, but you know what? See Liechtenstein, they're even worse than I thought they were. They are the 6th lowest team in the world, and they've lost to San Marino.
Twice.
Twice
in the last year.
Aye. So...
that shows you everything you need to know.
No, I
thought
Liechtenstein were the kind of team that were, like, run about a wee bit worse than the likes of Moldova and Luxembourg, but better than Andorra and, like, San Marino. But it turns out, I mean, they're literally the 6th worst team in the world.
Yeah.
I mean...
probably the worst team in Europe right now.
Yeah, and, no disrespect to Shea Adams, right? But, I mean, the hat-trick against Liechtenstein, it's not where we need it.
It looked like an amateur game of football, didn't it? It really
did.
I mean, I've seen us obviously play San Marino, and I've never seen a team look as bad as this Liechtenstein side.
No, I agree. I mean, they also had a really good run. Can't remember the right wing back almost scored against us. Brutal defending from us. But Shea Adams, hat-trick for him. George Hurst gets his first Scotland goal. But no, I fucking actually cannot stand about Steve Clarke. See the fact that Hurst has got a goal, right, against Liechtenstein, and Shea Adams has scored a hat-trick? That's those two probably nailed on as the number 1 and 2nd choice.
Yep.
See Shanklin, Nisbet, Dykes, you name it. Oh, that's you's gone. Oh, Kieran Boy, no. Oh, see, no, but we're not, see here on Fog, we're not brain dead, right? See if Simon Murray got called up and scored a hat-trick in this game.
We're not going to be like, oh, see, you should have been picking him earlier. No, because it means nothing. It's against Liechtenstein.
But he still should be here.
Now, Iceland are definitely a higher level of opposition, and what you do against Iceland, I think you can be actually judged on, but listen, I can't sit here and say Hurst deserves a start now, because he scored against Liechtenstein. I'm not going to say that Shea Adams is the saviour. I'm not going to say that Steve Clarke deserves any credit. Someone had an issue with me saying this was the bare minimum. He spelt bear like teddy bear, by the way. Called me a fanny. It can't even get his grammar correct. So, I mean, what's that tell you? Confidence levels of Steve Clarke. But I don't see how me saying that 4-0 was like the absolute bare minimum. I don't see how that's wrong against a team the level of Liechtenstein.
No, you're bang on the money, because if you win 1-0, that's not the bare minimum. Everyone beats this team 4, 5, 6, so we should be expecting...
Especially after that result against Iceland.
Yeah. But Clarke knew that. He played 2 up front.
Honestly, man, you get the feeling that we could have lost 4-0, and if we did play slicker, we probably would have lost 4-0, but you get the feeling that we could have lost 4-0, and there would be people still defending Steve Clarke from angry. Oh, well, it's only a friendly. It's not only a friendly, it's a game against Liechtenstein. See if you're not putting this team to the sword and doing it convincingly, then your time is up.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And if this was anything but a win...
See if Celtic lost to East Kilbride in a pre-season friendly, and they had a good team out, even if they had the shitest team out ever. But so, like, no, I mean, fans wouldn't be going, get off Brendan Rodgers' back. It's only and rightfully so, because that's the game you can't bloody lose.
No, I totally agree, but also I've said this for ages. It's like international friendlies are a different kettle of fish, in my opinion, to club friendlies, because they're actually counted towards like goals and shit, goals and assists.
No,
your caps count. No one counts club friendlies.
Also, with the lack and limited amount of with international games, you feel like friendlies are important to get a feel for the team.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, we won. Lennon Miller looked good. Thought Josh Dodge looked pretty good, but again, it's Liechtenstein, folks. I'd rather get them start. No, honestly, let's fucking call him out. Why is Andy Robertson starting against Liechtenstein?
Yeah, good chance for, Dodge or someone to start, and didn't happen, but, whatever. We won 4-0. Let's see what the fans have got to say. Jaden, CFUC, shame you didn't turn up on your big day out, forever being our shadow. So an England fan here.
What was our big day out? The 3-1 game with the beat us?
Hold on. England just sneaked past Moldova 1-0.
Andorra.
Was it Andorra?
Oh, it was Andorra.
Holy fuck, they're the shite one.
I know.
I mean, England shouldn't be saying anything. That's bogging.
England play the night, don't they?
Hopefully they get smashed.
Play Senegal.
Ben Coyle says, found your level then. Same as that flag, mate. Shite.
We're getting beaten.
Red Star Trout, good enough result given the new guys in the team. Don't understand all the people wanting Clark out now. Yes, we've struggled recently, but who's this magic manager that the SFA can afford and who can change the team for the qualifiers with no warm-up games? Hold on. Good enough result given the new guys in the team. How?
No, but look at the nick of this, Fanny, right? Fuck the result and the new guys in the team. I mean, I don't care if you put out East Stirling, man. They should be beating Liechtenstein, but... Oh, who's this magic manager? But who's this magic anybody? Well, why is this guy pretending what Clark's done's like it's good and it's the bare minimum?
Duncan says get Clark going, starting Ralston even in a friendly game is a sackable offence.
But listen to this, right? Northern Ireland are beating Iceland 1-0 and they're down to 10 men. And we get fucking scud at 3-1.
Wasn't that long ago Northern Ireland beat us. Scotland's best player, 18, Lennon Miller. Yeah, you know what, man? I want to see this guy stay in Scotland. See Celtic and Rangers. They're the only two clubs that can afford them. Because Dave Cormack talks a good game, but he ain't going to plough money into it.
Hibs are spending over $1 million on Triantis.
One of the old firm need to sign this guy.
Both need to make up for the mistakes of McGinn and Ferguson.
It's a Scottish player. He's 18.
You're guaranteed to make a profit.
You get this guy. No, you can sign this guy, right? Have him for 3 seasons and then sell him at 21 down to England. Like, think of the money they will make.
Yeah.
That Lennon Miller has got potential, right, to be the highest transfer fee received from a Scottish player or for a player in the Scottish Premiership in history, but that's not going to happen at Motherwell. The only way he breaks that record is by going... Because, I mean, it's like, see if... It sucks, but see if Motherwell keep this guy for the next 3 years, it will never happen. But let's say he did, for whatever reason, sign a 5-year contract, a 5-year extension. The Motherwell are just never going to be able to hold it for 25 million.
No, they're not. And I think it's safe to say that... I mean, I look at Lennon Miller, and his future looks brighter, and his ceiling looks higher than McGinn's or Ferguson's ever did in the SPFL. I'll go as far as saying that. And I've seen. Do you see that Lewis Ferguson goal he scored against Burnley? I never realised he scored an overhead kick in that game. That tie.
Aberdeen one?
Aye.
That was good.
That was fucking great overhead kick.
Yeah.
But do you agree though? I think Lennon Miller's ceiling appears to be higher than what those two's look like.
Definitely.
And he's a lot younger.
See Lewis Ferguson, I'll be honest, seeing he was at Aberdeen, I thought he was a good player that was, and I said that Rangers should have signed him, or Celtic for that matter. I didn't quite think he'd go on to be as good as he has become though. I didn't think the guy would be valued at like 25, 30 million and winning Serie A, the Coppa Italia.
No, none of us really thought that, but anyway, Lennon Miller, Rangers, Celtic, it's a no-brainer, man. I mean, even if you you sign him for 5, man, you're going to make at least double that. I know they might want more than 5. I understand it, right? I know there's been rumours about Motherwell saying they want like 9.6 million. Would you understand it more if they turn? Let's be real.
Motherwell will never get that. Motherwell will never hold it for that. They will fold at a lot less money than that.
Yeah, but my logic would be if you're willing to spend that sort of money on Big Adam, then why wouldn't you spend it on Lennon Miller? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Because, like we touched upon, right? I just don't see a scenario where Celtic make that back for him.
Yeah, but
for Lennon Miller, they will double it.
Yeah, but they begrudge paying that money to Motherwell.
Sad, isn't it?
Celtic and Rangers will not give Motherwell £9 million. Not a sniff yet. It won't happen.
But how embarrassing is that?
It won't happen.
But how embarrassing
I think both clubs would rather lose out on getting Lenny Miller than pay Motherwell £9 million.
No, but I just don't understand. Why would you rather give Norwich $9 million than give Motherwell $9 million? And there's no direct beef with Motherwell.
Yeah, I mean,
apart from the Cammy Bell disaster class in 2015, I couldn't give two shits about Motherwell.
It is what it is, but here, Celtic and Rangers will not pay £9 million for Lennon Miller. Absolutely not. Dan Allen says, here's the reminder that San Marino scored 3 here recently. Really isn't an achievement, scoring less than 6. Yeah, so over the last...
They scored 3?
It was San Marino have beaten Liechtenstein 3-1 and 1-0 over the last... less than the last year. So it's like, you know, they scored 3 against them. I don't think us scoring 4 is really bragging. You know, it's just not worth bragging about at all, to be honest. Is that really not a lot more comments to talk about? I mean,
And it's also Miovski as well. Rangers and Celtic could have both signed him. Well, Celtic especially. Couldn't they?
I mean, he's flopped kinda at La
No, he
Liga, but I
has,
mean,
but
I'm pretty
he
sure he could have done the job in
Yeah.
Scotland. Like, you know, I mean, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Lennon Miller, where do you think he'll be come the start of the season? Well, maybe not the start of the season because that's not fair. Where do you think he'll be come the end of the transfer window?
I don't really know, to be honest, because you know what? As much as I'd love Rangers to sign him, I just can't see it. I just cannot see it. So will Celtic sign him? There's been no concrete links. Like, he's too good. He's too good to spend another season at Motherwell for me. He's played what? He's basically done 18 months now for probably more than 18 months.
Is there a possible loan option trade for Celtic and Rangers if they sign Miller? Can they give it cash and like a loan player out
I know what you mean.
as a replacement for Miller? Is someone like a Connor Barron or a McGowan possible?
Bailey Rice.
Or do you think that those players are maybe too important for Celtic and Rangers?
I think that'd be a shite deal for Luke Mackay. First of all, he'd have to agree to it, and why would he?
Well, you could argue Miller coming in puts him down the pecking order.
It does, but
a lot of Celtic fans weren't really happy with him.
But again,
how many Celtic fans have we seen say McGowan's part of the group they want gone?
That's true, right? But Celtic, they've got a lot of midfielders. So do Rangers. To be honest though, I think centre mid is the one position that both teams don't need an upgrade on.
But you're not going to take Lennon Miller.
No, you're not going to take him. But Rangers have got Diamonde, Raskin, Barron, Bailey Rice, etc. Celtic have obviously got
etc.
etc. No, but it's centre mid. Well, Celtic have got McGregor, Hatate, McCowan, Bernardo. I think one of those four from each club would probably have to go to bring in Lennon Miller. Especially more at Celtic, because there is the case.
Well, that is why I proposed the offer is could there be a loan option included
I feel
in
like
a deal?
Celtic, you know, is he going to walk straight into the 11? Questionable, even though I think he should. As for Rangers, he would. I think Lennon Miller, Diamonde, Raskin, Lennon Miller midfield would be pretty good.
Aye. And then is someone like a Bailey Rice, because that's someone that could go the other way.
I think that would be fair, because I don't think Bailey Rice would get way more minutes at Motherwell than he would at Rangers that season, so I would go for that then.
I think that's a likely outcome. Anyway, guys, let us know your thoughts down below. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.